the frozen tundra of Municipal Stadium made footing tenuous, and defense prevailed most of the day.
All right, we are live. San Antonio versus Houston in the Frozen Tundra wild card round. Make a quick adjustment here before we get started. All right, that'll be a little bit better for everybody. We have Houston with the first possession. Touchback off the leg of Will Lutz. And just want to make sure we're set up right. I think we are. Got that there. We are sharing the screen. Looks good. First play is a 6-yard run for Miles Sanders, the Houston tailback, and a very good one. 2nd down, 4 now for Houston. Houston has Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. See Williams and Kelsey highlight the receivers along with Pascal and Howard. Todd Gurley is the second halfback. Flat pass to Gurley. He's going to get it for 4 yards. And looks like it was a guest right situation with the linebacker coming. So an unguarded receiver will get that guest wrong column, and it pays off. Taking a quick look at the San Antonio defense that we saw last week in the play-in round. Average. First down 10. Linebacker Gurley guessed wrong. He's going to get 5 yards. 2nd down and 5. This Houston offense. That was a short pass to Mike Williams. Guessed wrong. Opportunity here. Gets 14. On Mahomes' very strong short pass card. Houston offense 6th in the league in short passes called, with 246 during the year. Now in 2 tight. Again with Sanders in the backfield. Sanders brings with him an elevated fumble, but explosiveness, including 70-something on off-tackle, guess wrong, 11. Short pass, Mike Williams. He is double-teamed. Incomplete. Avoids the pass rush. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Staying too tight against that 4-3. Linebacker Sanders, guessed wrong. He'll get 12 yards thanks to the block of Alex Mack, who's down to a 5 this year, but the 5 white die shows up, gets 12, first down at the San Antonio 34 now for Houston with 11:42 left in the first quarter. Running too tight with Gurley behind. Long pass, Williams. Nobody's back there. It's complete for 29 down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for Houston. Connecting is Mahomes to Williams. Houston, about right in the middle of the league in terms of long pass attempts with 67. Pulls the string there. now faces the red zone D of San Antonio. Houston has a pretty good red zone offense himself, 4th in the league with 82% efficiency this year. Off tackle, Gurley guessed wrong. Okun couldn't make the block, so 2nd and goal now from the 5. Too tight against the 4-3. San Antonio had the worst red zone defense in the league, giving up 83% this year. So good opportunity here for Houston. And run, guessed right. Loses 8 yards, so throw away the stat book. Big play by the San Antonio D, not known for its red zone defense, comes up there in a big way. It sets up a 3rd and 13, makes it difficult to convert here on a 3rd down from 13 yards out. A couple receivers on the field can do it, though. Mahomes himself has it on 9 and 10, guessed right. So a couple opportunities there. Obviously, Mahomes a far, far above average short passer, and that's a good way to look at it. The yards you can get guessed right are substantial. 3rd and goal from the 13. No blitz being showed. And no blitz shown, and we have Howard in the backfield, so a definite passing posture for KC. Short pass. Pascal's double teamed. It gets picked off. A.J. Bowie in the end zone, 2 yards deep. Decision here. He runs it out and gets 12. So the much maligned San Antonio gunslinger red zone defense comes up with 2 huge plays in a row. And now they get possession with 9:36 left in the first quarter. No score. Look at that. Hello, hello. Josh Allen, quarterback. And the blocking back set with Latavius Murray. Houston D is good against the run, average against the pass. Talked a lot about the San Antonio offense in the previous game. Likes to run. Flat pass, Jared Cook, 7 yards, among the leaders in rush attempts, if not number 1. So let's take a look at the Houston defense. Interestingly, Houston is 2nd to last in the league on guess right running on defense. So tends to guess pass, and that's a function of many things, of course, but over 1,000 plays, it matters. 1,000 plays of a regular season, that is. Looking past to Hopkins on the 2nd and 3, gets 7 yards thanks to the white die of 6. 1st and 10, San Antonio. Houston has called so much pass, but they've also led the league in passes thrown against. 633 passes thrown against. No one's been thrown at more. Off tackle, Murray, he's keyed. Nice play, but a nice run call by that Houston defense. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Houston likes to bring its pass rush. I don't think I have full functionality in the game. I'm going to probably have to reboot here because I'm not getting the player's attributes when I hover over. We've got a joiner here. Welcome, Dennis.
Hey, what's up?
No score, interception in the end zone for San Antonio. Picked off Mahomes, and now they have their first possession halfway through the first.
So this is Gary and Dale, right?
Correct. Gary and Dale.
All right. Now, what's the situation here? This is you and I get to play the winner of this. One of us two, right? Or
one of us do, yeah. So
well, depending on who wins, I guess.
Yeah, so if San Antonio wins, I get San Antonio. I think that's the way you can maybe verify that if you're over there. And then if Houston wins, you get Houston, and I get Nathan in LA.
Got it. So Houston is the higher seed in this matchup.
Correct.
So you either play San Antonio, which is lower than Houston, or you'll play the Rams, who is lower than
Houston, but not San Antonio.
But higher than San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. Big 3rd and 11 here.
No one said there'd be math on this broadcast. So.
3rd down, 11 for San Antonio. San Antonio, number 1 in the league in 3rd down conversions, 51% for the year. Unbelievable. Does he get it there? Yes, 19 yards, 1st down.
And how?
Out to the 42-yard line. I don't think that's the typical conversion for San Antonio, a 3rd and 11. They're more of a running team, and I don't have the numbers, but I'd assume that they have one of the lowest yards to get to the line to gain for 3rd downs. That one was 3rd and 11 though, so able to pull that out. 1st down, Chris Jones makes a play, and that's a loss of 1 for Latavius Murray. 2nd and 11.
Now, one of the best things about your broadcast is you're pulling out these stats. I love that. This team is like X in the league in 3rd down conversions, or X in the league in, they run more. They're the 3rd highest run team in the league. Where are you pulling those stats out from? Just so people know and
Sure.
they can look at themselves.
It's not easy to do. It's best to do at the end of a season when you go into the playoffs, because they're going to change so often. There's a short gain on 2nd and 11, a 1st down into Houston territory at the 45. So over here, spreadsheet. Okay. And here I've pulled in everybody's team stats, and then I'm doing some Excelling.
Wow.
To pull them all in. So you can do, basically how you do that is you, when you pull it up, hit the blog option,
right.
Then hit no, then hit copy. Sorry, I can't really show you this while we're in the middle of the game, but then it's going to open up a new window when you hit copy, but ignore it. Instead, go to Excel and just paste it in, and you'll get a pretty decently laid out report in Excel. As a 16-yard gain and a linebacker beaten in the flat pass puts San Antonio at 29. So then you just go team by team, and then it does take some macros. It takes you need to have a little bit of knowledge in Excel, a lot of text to columns,
Yep.
And you can make it work.
Very cool. Yeah, I just did pop the team in here to see how it looks in Excel. Nice.
And there's some definitely annoying formats. You'll find that some things come across as dates, which are almost impossible to convert. And for those, as they come across as dates in Excel, you basically have to do them by hand. But that's not more than like a dozen or two that you need that come through that way. Booker shows up, as he often does for San Antonio, inside the opponent's 25-yard line. He's the halfback in this blocking back set, 2nd and 5. Flat pass. Booker guessed wrong, 10 yards on the 6 white die again. Put San Antonio at the Houston 14-yard line. 1st and 10, 3:54 left in the first. So we talked about the red zone D of San Antonio, which was last in the league, yet came up with the big INT. Where does the Houston D rank? Middle of the pack, 13th in the league at 78%. The red zone offense, both these teams have good red zone offenses. 4th and 5th in the league on an incompletion there from Allen to Metcalf, setting up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's a guessed wrong short pass with 3 men in zone to your best receiver. That's pretty good odds there, but he just missed.
And I was saying earlier that Gary, I don't know if you heard this earlier, but Gary calls pass more than anybody in the league, and he's called a couple runs on this drive, adjusting to the San Antonio offense, which is known for its running attack, or at least its run calls.
Yeah, so that's how you can tell a coach is preparing for the playoffs, that they're adjusting to the other coach's tendencies and staying away from their own.
5-yard run up the middle, sets up a 3rd and 5, but gets to the 9-yard line, so flat pass is out of the question here. Yeah, I think everybody puts a little more time into their playoff matchups. Maybe watches a broadcast or two.
Sure.
Waiting for the formation from San Antonio here in this tough spot. One bonus, though, is he loses contain here, right? So he may not get the flat pass, but he can run at will from the 9-yard line on a 3rd and 5. James Conner, typically not the man to get you 5 yards, though. We'll see if he can pull it off against this good Houston rush defense. Yes, Dennis.
Yeah, sometimes you'll bring a guy like that in, that will, in your mind, say, okay, he's definitely not going to call run now. So I can run and try to hit one of those edges or get a block on my card from my my offensive line.
And he loves Josh Allen here too. So he might be trying to get that pass call to get an end run to Allen.
Right. Yeah. He is 3 wide, so you have to worry about the white die 1. And Gary counters with a 4-2-5 instead of 3-3-5. So he's definitely keeping the run in mind.
Yep. Among the league leaders in end run calls are San Antonio, and that's mostly to Josh Allen. It's a short pass to Metcalf. Doesn't fool Gary. Incomplete. He was double teamed, 4th and 5. A successful red zone stop. This in terms of the touchdown. And here's Will Lutz for the field goal. It's good on the 9 roll. 3-0 San Antonio, 2:42 left in the first.
The best thing about this game being played today is that means that we'll finally be able to get one of our games in. It's very soon.
It feels like it's been a month. It's been since you and I played, I think, right? Since I played that Frozen Tundra game, which has probably been about a month. So
got to shake that rust off.
1st and 10 now from the 19 after Gary decided to return it from 1 yard deep against a pretty good coverage unit. Flat pass, guessed wrong. O.J. Howard gets 6 on Howard's card. Did you watch that game last night? I guess you did.
I watched the broadcast.
Yep.
So I didn't get to see it live, but great job. Love the graphics. Love the intro. Love the outro. Love the little sound effects at halftime and stuff like that. So
thank you.
Keep up the good work.
I just noticed reception there on Howard's card, and Dave really got stymied by his receivers yesterday. I thought couldn't get a catch on his receiver cards, among other things.
Right. Sometimes it doesn't make a difference because it hits the quarterback's card on a +12 or +10 or whatever. But then when when you need those receiver ratings and they keep coming up short, it frustrates you.
3rd and 4 now.
That's an interesting Mahomes flat pass card. Not what you would think from, what's maybe the consensus best quarterback in the league right now.
Yeah, he's always been struggling in the last couple of years anyway. Those 5 incompletion on 5 short passes, guessed wrong on a 3rd and 4. And it's incomplete. Pascal cannot pull it in on his card. Guessed wrong on the 10.
That's when you're an offensive coach. You're kicking yourself for not throwing it to your maxed out receiver.
Yep.
But then you throw it to your maxed out receiver and he gets double teamed. You're like, man, what am I being so obvious for?
Here's Ray McLeod. Fair catch. Back from the 23-yard line. San Antonio looking to build on the lead. Nearing the end of the first quarter, 36 seconds left. 3-0 San Antonio. Mahomes has, we talked about it, I think, in the Battle Royale preview a lot. I love that 7 yards on Mahomes, 7 guessed right on 7. That's a 3rd down converter, especially in yak leagues, because it's no yak check on that 7. He gets 7 yards straight up. Off tackle Murray, guessed wrong. He's going to pick up 18 thanks to the boxes. Now to the 41. That ends the first quarter. 3-0 San Antonio. Now showing pistol, 3 wide. The Texans can bring a blitz. That's for sure. Number 1 in the lead in sacks. Had 28 this year, which isn't a huge number, but still good enough to lead the league. Waiting for the play call here. Flat pass, guessed wrong. 10 yards for Murray. Up to the Houston 49. First and 10, Zach Moss in the backfield now in the pistol. So Zach Moss's off tackle still in play. He has 26 yards on 9, short gain on 6, guessed wrong off tackle. So sort of a famous off tackle in this year's set. Could do it in the other columns too, but off tackle is his best spot. Looking pass, Brown, guess right. 7 yards on Antonio Brown's card. 2nd and 3. So Antonio getting some cooperation from their receivers.
9 and 12 so far for Allen. He's really doing well completion percentage wise.
Excuse me, sure is. Facing a 4-3 opens up the flats a little bit more. We've been seeing some flat passes from him. Pro set here, Connor and Sherman. Gary establishing the he will call run, which is an important thing to do early in the game. Line buck gets wrong to Connor, gets 6 yards. And that's a good gain for that card. Up now to the Houston 36. Connor can beat you with some big runs in other columns. Typically, though, in the middle, he's a little bit soft. 1st and 10 now. Nearing Will Lutz's field goal range. Not very good from out here. Not very good, period, really, but compared to his previous cards, but still can get it done inside 50 yards.
Interesting on 1st and 10, he spreads them out, and Gary goes 4-2-5, brings the free safety into the middle.
He makes the play. Well, he got beat on boxes once. You know, there's some things in this game that can get to you mentally, you know, for good reason or bad. It's not a judgment. When the boxes start hitting, you do tend to want to not repeat that. And sometimes you make the adjustment. Off tackle Murray, guessed wrong, short gain, 13 yards up to the 23, 1st and 10.
Interesting note, I traded Dale Latavius Murray last year for Mark Ingram, and I had to give him a pick too because Mark Ingram's card was dominant this year. They flipped it around, and Murray's got the dominant card in the current set.
Yeah. It's a nice card. Those 6-8 short gains. Some guys have them. They said he has it inside too. Don't have the big losses. Loss of 3. Speaking of losses, that's Josh Allen, who goes around the end. I think the white die 1 nailed him there. I didn't quite see the formation, but I think that's what got him.
You're
second,
right.
Yeah, 2nd and 13.
It's nice to have those guys with the end runs. I've had Russell Wilson for years, and you know, I always run them out of the standard formation because I hated that white die 1.
Dale's not afraid to run him. He did only average 3 some yards per carry, we noted last game, so I think people have been onto it for the most part this year. Zach Moss in the backfield here, giving Murray some relief. Sherman is in a lot lately, and he does pick up a number of blocks. Here's an off tackle, guess wrong to Moss. Checking on the guard. He makes the play. 3rd and 8 after the 5-yard gain from the 21. Another tough spot for this league-leading 3rd down offense. I've lost some functionality here. I'm going to have to close the game at some point because I can't hover and get guys pass rush. I'd like to see who Gary has there, but not showing blitz on this 3rd and 8.
Well, if you want, I can bring up my screen. Let me get to the watch, and you can share my screen and then fix your screen. I'm going to have to leave soon, but I just wanted to let's see if we can use that to
Oh, that's okay. I'll wait till half. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yep, I'll wait till half.
Fair enough.
Thank you, though. Waiting this important play call. Thinking. What's Dale going to do here? He's going short to Hopkins. He's doubled up. Not much chance of a sack, interestingly. He's flushed and gets 6. Sets up a 4th and 2. San Antonio, 9th in the league in 4th down attempts. Houston, by the way, is last in the league in 4th down attempts, worth noting for future reference. He's going to kick it.
All right. Well, this is where I will leave you then.
It's good.
I'm gonna jump out, Anthony. Thanks for
All right.
doing
Thanks.
this. I'll check out the rest later.
Thanks for stopping in, Dennis. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So 6-0 San Antonio. 10-12 left in the half. Kickoff. 1 yard deep. Last time Gary took it back, he does again. Hunting for that 76-yarder. Starts out at the 19. In terms of field position, Houston actually started on average at the 30-yard line. It's good for 7th in the league, depending on how you look at it. Really tied for 3rd, I guess you could say. There's a bunched up there at 30. But a couple starts behind the 25 so far for this game. Despite the rough start, it's only 6-0. Houston started the game with a drive that went the distance, but was picked off in the end zone on a 3rd and goal from the 13. Now Mahomes starts off in the familiar 2 tight set. Line buck, Miles Sanders, he's guessed right. Nobody there, gets 4 yards. Nice reading on Sanders' card. You see that run fumble there of 36 guessed right for Sanders. Instead, 5-12 shows up on the 1,000 die. So no fumble. 2nd down and 6. Here is Gurley in the backfield. Is a lower fumble. Facing San Antonio's 4-3. Off tackle, Gurley. Guessed wrong man there. That limits the yards, but still 4 for Gurley. 3rd down and 2. We're talking a lot about 3rd down conversions for San Antonio. Houston is right in the middle of the league at 14th at 40%. 3rd down against San Antonio, also 14th. So 14 versus 14 here. As far as 3rd down defense goes for San Antonio, 14th in the league. 2 tight with Sanders. Short pass, Howard. Guessed right. 3 men in zone. Gets 11 yards. On Mahomes' reliable short pass right column. 1st and 10 Houston up to the 38. Big 3rd down conversion there. Sack chance was slight. Sticks with 2 tight. Gurley in the backfield. Off tackle, Gurley. Guessed wrong. He's going to get 7 yards. Tested Antoine Woods. And he could not make the play on the 6 white die. 2nd down, 3. Scanning the tendencies of the San Antonio defense, the one thing that really sticks out on this off tackle to Sanders, again, guessed wrong. 3 yards, enough for a 1st down. We had 2 guessed wrong runs in a row. Well, San Antonio guessed right on run 36% of the time when his opponents ran, which is good for 7th in the league. But didn't show it there. 1st and 10. Now up to Houston's 48 are the Texans. 6:54 left in the half. Short pass, Kelsey. He's guessed wrong this time. And Kelsey gets 12 yards on his receiver card. Into San Antonio territory again to the 40-yard line. Flat pass, Sanders. Nobody's home. But the pass rush comes. Pernell McPhee on the flat pass, D-die. Lower percentages across the board, 20% chance. The 12 shows up on the 100 die right there. And a decent loss of 4 yards. You don't use many yards on the flat pass sacks, but that's not bad. 2nd and 14. There was an opportunity with no men there, but the pass rush comes. Houston stays too tight. Flat pass, Williams, guessed right, 1 man there. And 12 yards on Williams' card. Makes it a 3rd down and 2 from the 32. Too tight. Oh boy. And we might be stalled out here. I am just tempted to just quickly go in and out. We're going to miss this 3rd down, guys, but I think that's the best way to go because this has been acting up on me anyway. I'm going to close League Manager 2 while I'm at it. I just got to find the game number here. Okay. So let's see what happened on that 3rd down. It was converted. We're already 1 down ahead. We're at 2nd and 10 already. So Houston maintains possession. Second and 10. We'll get the so far today up. Oops. What's that? Okay. 4:12 left in the half. Short pass, Williams guessed right. Some blitz coming. 3 men there. Incomplete on Mahomes' card. Finds the blank spot. And now it's a 3rd and long. Goes 3 wide with O.J. Howard. These are pretty much the 2 formations we've been seeing from Houston so far today. Too tight with either Gurley or Sanders. Or in passing situations, we've been seeing Howard step into the backfield and take that blocking back role. Really as a pass catcher. 3rd and 10. San Antonio not known for its blitzing. It's an incomplete pass, so 4th and 10 now, and that's going to force the field goal attempt from Gauskowski. The kick is up. And it's good. 2 through 7, 12. So not the strongest card there, but he converts, and it's 6-3. San Antonio leads. 3:18 left. San Antonio will get the ball at the start of the second half. We're running into more troubles here. I wonder what's going on. Everything was fine until I switched resolution. Which tempts me to want to reset, refresh the entire, reboot the entire machine. But I really don't want to lose that much game, so we're going to just roll with it for now. That can happen on kickoffs, but it happens to other people, not me. That hasn't happened to me all year. End run, Allen gets 6 yards on the first down, so from the 25 after the touchback up to the 31. And it's 2nd and 4, 2:42 left. San Antonio looking to double dip here. Keep the ball away from Mahomes at the end of the half. Get some points and get the ball back. That's the dream scenario for San Antonio here with a 6-3 lead and under 3 minutes left. Second quarter. Second and manageable here. Flat pass, Murray guessed right, one man there. Littleton can't make the play on the 5 white die. He's 4. So it's a first down for San Antonio. Doesn't look like he was trying to get out of bounds, which tells you a little bit about the respect for Mahomes. First and 10 now, 2:06 left. If he was trying, it would have told us that he did or didn't right here. And of course, the white die would have told us, but without any reading in the scroll, that means he wasn't. First and 10 run for 4 yards. That hits the 2-minute warning. San Antonio at their own 41, second and 6. Saw another spectator joined right when we joined. So maybe everybody was kicked out for whatever reason on that kickoff. It may not be something on our side here with our broadcast or our watch game function. Zach Moss, he's going to get the off tackle. He's hunting for that 26-yarder, doesn't get it, gets 6. But that's enough for a first down. And now considerations of timeouts or not. No, going to hurry up. Preserve the timeouts with 1:37 left. Nearing midfield. First and 10 San Antonio. Zach Moss stays in the game. Four 3 for Houston. Linebacker Moss. He gets 7. Linebacker was there to prevent the boxes. Second down and 3. Goes hurry up again. And that keeps Moss in the game. Just run 3 times so far today. Off tackle again to Moss. Hunting for that 26, and he gets it. A 26-yard gain. Zach Moss hits his highlighted number that anybody who has him aims for. Dale gets it at a perfect time to take San Antonio up to the red zone. And right on cue, Booker enters the game. 1:07 left. That's a timeout used by the offense there. Kansas City in a tough spot here with a first down still able to be given up. It's going to be difficult to get the ball back unless there's a big play. But if it goes chalk, he's going to be able to run it down. Well, he looks for the big play. It's incomplete. Going for Cook long there. Guessed right on Cook's card. The 3 shows up. It's incomplete. He's complete on 2, 4, and 8. Would have been correct, guessed wrong. So Gary saves a touchdown with his pass call. Second and 10. 2 very good coaches here. Gary, the commissioner of Frozen Tundra. Blocking back versus 4-3. Linebacker, Booker. He's going to lose a yard, and we'll see who burns the timeout. Somebody will. You can make the case if you're Houston to give up and not do it, but doesn't even have to worry about it. San Antonio takes the timeout, and it's 3rd and 11 with 52 seconds left. Three wide. Connor in the backfield. 3-2-6 for Houston. waiting for the play call. Thinking on the San Antonio sideline. There's a case to be made to run it, but with 3 full timeouts left, not that strong of a case. Let's check the linebackers in terms of containment. We have a 0 right there with Malcolm Smith. Short pass to Hopkins. Guessed right. Incomplete. 4 men in zone. Caused the incompletion. 45 seconds left. Here comes Lutz from 38 yards. It is up and it is good. 9-3. San Antonio leads. 37 seconds left in the half. 8 yards deep. Adderley will take this for a touchback. Save some time. He wants to hunt for that 76 now. That would put him in a perilous safety position if he did. Okay. There's some plus 10s on that return card. So touchback is taken. 1st and 10 for Houston at their own 25 with a quarterback that typically needs just 16 seconds. Is that right, to get a touchdown? So he's got more than double that here. Going 4 wide with Gurley in the backfield. The home run hitter here is Sanders, who has 70-something. But we don't see Sanders in the game. Does risk the fumble with him, though, of course. Gurley does not have a long approaching Sanders long. Four wide against the 3-3-5. Short pass, Pascal. 4 men in zone. So you notice that there's a 13-yard gain on the 6 white die. That Dale left 1 man back, a 4. I'm sure Gary took note of that. And knowing how good these coaches are, I know that Dale took note of Gary taking note that he left 1 man back. 1st and 10 now from the 38. Now going 3 wide. Kelsey shows up. Gurley still in the backfield. Long pass. 1 man back. The pass rush shows up. Big chance of fumble with Mahomes, but it's avoided. That's one of Mahomes' weaknesses, is the fumble he carries with him. And that will likely mean that Houston shuts it down on offense. No, timeout is taken at 2nd and 18 from the 30. Goes 3 wide with Howard. Indeed, Houston did lose a bunch of fumbles this year. Total fumbles of 22 was 2nd worst in the league. And that has a lot to do with the fumble of Mahomes. Nice double team call there. Incompletion to Mike Williams, 3rd and 18. Yeah, Houston ended up with 22 total fumbles. Not sure how many the defense recovered, but 22 in total. Only Oklahoma was worse with 23. To give you an idea of the range there, the leader was Portland with just 4 fumbles. We had about 5 teams in single digits. 3rd and 18. Play the 4-1-6. Which gives him 5 men in the box. Keeps that 6 in there, which is Wagner. 15 seconds left in the half. Flat pass, Zach Pascal. Nobody's there. Opportunity Gets this short game. Was looking for the long game. Gets the short one, 15 yards. It's a 4th and 3 with 8 seconds left. He did get out of bounds. Not sure if he'd want him to get out of bounds. Reamer McLeod can't do too much damage. Not sure about Sanchez's coverage, though. In any event, I'm sure it's a coffin corner. He's going to go for it. So an incompletion here would mean a Hail Mary for San Antonio, well outside the field goal range and no chance to work the way into field goal range. Because they only have one play. And it's Gurley back there. Don't think Gurley can strike from this far. Nope. What does Gary have in store for us here? Case to be made for a flat pass, case to be made for a long pass, case to be made for all sorts of passes. Case to be made for a run, too, for that matter. Long pass. 2 men back. It's picked off. San Antonio from the 25. Can do damage here. Here's the return. $20 yards. Lots of anticipation there. Jeez. So with 1 tick left on the clock, San Antonio going to get the ball back. They did get their field goal. And turns out they'll get the ball without Houston scoring again. Have I said Kansas City all game because of Mahomes? I feel like I have. Full house against a 3-2-6. If I'm doing knee, I like to type knee here just for all of us to save some time so my coach doesn't go and spend 10 minutes double teaming everybody. That's the half. And San Antonio leads here in Houston 9-3 at halftime. All right, we await the start of the second half here at halftime in Houston. 9-3 San Antonio. Let's take a look at the box score. Total yards, 196 for San Antonio to 139 for Houston. 12-9 advantage in first downs as well. Both teams struggling a bit on third down. Both teams struggling a bit in field position, as you might expect in this sort of low-scoring game. Red zone offense, 0% on 7 possible points for Houston on that first drive of the game. And you see just 43% for San Antonio, coming up with 2 field goals on their 2 red zone trips. Josh Allen looking pretty decent. Hasn't hit anything long, though. Long of 19. Mahomes did hit 1 for 29 on his card, but it's 2 interceptions, including sort of a gimme at the half. Leads them with a 31 rating. Tavis Murray has plenty in the tank. Just 6 carries, 38 yards. Moss, that big 26-yard run to set up the field goal before halftime. We've had 2 sacks by San Antonio. looks like we are ready for the start of the second half. San Antonio going to get the ball. Try to build on a lead. Gary may have stepped away. Dale is ready to go. We're ready to go. Cigar in hand. Drinks at our side. Frozen Tundra playoff football. Okay, Gary's back. And it's a touchback. Second half starts off with a touchback, and San Antonio will, of course, take it at their 25. Tavius Murray in the halfback spot. Metcalf guarded by a 4, Hopkins by a 5. Cook by a 4. Short pass to Cook. Guessed wrong. Ends up on the interception split. Only a 2 would have got him. Incomplete, but of course on that guessed wrong first down, Dale and San Antonio were hoping for more. Staying and blocking back here on second. Second and long. Short pass. Hopkins guessed wrong. It's a long gain. It's a touchdown. Marcus Peters cannot make that play. He's a 5. The 6 white die comes up with 3 men in zone, and just like that, San Antonio explodes to start the third quarter and take a 15-3 lead. Will Lutz will come on for the extra point this early in the half. He lines it up. It's good. So such interesting dynamics there. It wouldn't have mattered, guess right, guess wrong, but it was a guess wrong situation. It wouldn't matter because it went to defensive card. But we talked about Gary calling pass primarily all year long. And when there's a short return, he'll start out at his 9-yard line. Called run on both first down plays there. And in that case, like I said, that 6 white die is really what bit him. More than the guess right wrong dynamic. Sanders on first down gets 6. 6 white die beats the defensive tackle. 2nd and 4. Too tight with Gurley against the 4-3. Off tackle Gurley. Guessed wrong. Nobody home and nobody at the linebacker spot behind. He's going to get a short gain, 15 yards. And the drive's off to a good start for Houston, out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, 12:54 left third quarter. Sanders stays in the game. He should have plenty of carries. He's got 11 left. Houston might need to dial up a home run ball from Sanders here sooner or later. I've said it in other broadcasts. There's a line buck to Sanders. The 11 shows up, which he needs on an off tackle wrong. But in this case, Alex Mack is called, and he cannot meet the 6 white die, so it's no gain, 2nd and 10. I don't think I've ever seen a card. I've asked around, and no one seems to able to come up with an answer here. A plus 74 on 11. We see long gains all the time, but do you ever see a game that large on a non-212? A double-teamed receiver situation results in incompletion, 3rd and 10. I think it's the biggest I've seen on non-212, excluding, of course, long gains. 74 yards right there. 3rd and 10. An important 3rd and 10 for Houston. They got the man who can convert 3rd and 10s in Patrick Mahomes. Subs along the line to get some pass rush in, presumably, for San Antonio. Kazir White comes in to not give them pass rush, though. It's a short pass to Howard. He's double-teamed. Incomplete on Mahomes' card. Hunting for the 7, gets the 8. And it's 4th and 10, and Houston is forced to punt. Ray McLeod from the 18-yard line. Fair catch. So here comes San Antonio. Once again, made quick work of it last time. It's DeAndre Hopkins. Took a short pass long. First down. With the man there, the offensive tackle makes the block, but it's just 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Blocking back with Murray. Are we going to start seeing heavy doses of running here? Here's a line buck, 9 yards for Murray. First down. We've talked about it a lot. San Antonio 2nd in the league in run attempts with 445 on the year. Number 2 seed Seattle led the league with 478 run attempts. Cook is dropped on the flat pass. A big 10-yard loss. Chris Jones is there. 33% chance. 30 shows up on the 100 die, and a big play for the Houston D when they needed it. 2nd and 20. Going 3 wide now in pistol. Long pass, Antonio Brown. Nobody's back there. It's a long gain, 43 yards. Free safety was busy double-teaming DK Metcalf. That left the long pass zone open, and San Antonio converts. It's a stat that we like to talk about a lot on these broadcasts. How many men in zone do you leave? These two teams are right in the middle of the pack. On your average long pass, Houston has 0.5 men in zone. Good for 14th in the league. San Antonio's right there at 0.5 as well. In that case, 0 men. Defender X or long gain results in 43. 1st and 10, San Antonio up to the Houston 37 with a 16-3 lead. Right back to Brown. This time the correct double team is made, and it is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Three wide with Murray in a pistol formation. 3-3-5 for Houston. Off tackle, Murray. Gets 36. The 3 white die means it's guessed wrong, and he picks up his biggest gain on the column down to the 1 yard line. 1st and goal, San Antonio. Huge play. San Antonio has come out and just put together some haymakers here to start the second half. The long touchdown, the long gain on the long pass, and now Murray doing it on the ground. 1st and goal from the 1. Full house versus 4-3. Linebuck Allen, he's keyed. The left tackle makes the play. Chris Jones is there. He's a 6. Loses 2 yards. It was 6 on the white die. That prevents a touchdown. Boy, and we saw that. We saw that yesterday in the first wild card game where a 4, Kirksey made a play on a 4 white die that lost a couple yards, and the team ended up having to settle for a field goal, did Phoenix. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Guess wrong, short pass, incomplete. 4 men in the zone guarding that short pass. The 11 shows up, incomplete, 3rd and goal now. Houston, desperate to keep this a 2-score game. Pro set, pistol, Connor, and Sherman in the backfield. Cook at tight end. 4-3, not blitzing. Can Connor get these tough yards? Next year, he certainly can. Can he do it this year? Well, it's Josh Allen. Around the end, Conklin makes the block. Touchdown. San Antonio. Josh Allen runs it in from 3 yards out. No linebackers in zone. Look to the tackle on the 9 roll on the defensive card. The 4 white die. Conklin to 5. Touchdown. And at this point, San Antonio is going to go for 2, up 22-3. With 3-score lead secured. Trying to make it 21 on this 2-point conversion. Tight end offense in. Short pass, Hopkins. Complete. 2-point conversion good. 24-3 San Antonio. $6:54 left. 3rd quarter. Patrick Mahomes trots on the field, having to find a way to get 3 back here. 3 big ones. Down 21. Starts out too tight. That yields the 4-3. Short pass, Pascal. 14 yards, guessed right, on Mahomes' card. Up to the 38. Tempted to peek ahead here. See what the implications of if San Antonio does go on to win. As the 10 seed, yes, they would face my New York Yanks in the quarterfinals. And Los Angeles would go on to face Seattle. Always fun to see a Nathan versus Dennis game. It's always enjoyable. Long pass to Pascal, incomplete. They know each other well, play each other well. That'll make an entertaining game to call as we set up the quarters. But we've got 21 minutes roughly left to play here. And all KC needs is 3 touchdowns. Easier said than done, of course. But Sanders back there can make it happen anytime. But there's a guess run on his off tackle. 3 yards, 3rd down, 7. San Antonio probably not going to be guessing run that often. But when you see Sanders back there, knowing what KC's hunting for, it's going to tempt you a little bit. 3rd and 7 from their own 41. 5:06 now left, 3rd quarter. Not seeing the fullback formation here. It says 3 wide with Gurley in the backfield. Sanders not a particularly good receiver in this set. Gurley can get you that 7 on 8. But there's a good chance that Houston's thinking 2 downs here. Short pass to Gurley. Incomplete. Well, 4th and 7 makes it harder. 2 downs or not for Houston with 4:48 left in the 3rd from their own 41. Again, Gary least likely to go for it on 4th down the entire league. Does he break his tendencies here? He went for it 10 times. And he's going for it now. San Francisco was 23rd in the league with 15. So he had a 5-play gap versus the next one on the list. Interestingly, Gary also in Houston was last in the league in 4th down conversions, converting 3 of those 10. So he typically does it, therefore, when desperate times. So what that tells you. Wouldn't be surprised, therefore, to see him toward the bottom. Short pass, not double teamed. It's complete for 12. First down, converted. Up to the San Antonio 47. Nice job by Patrick Mahomes. And their coach, Gary Nagata, makes it 1st and 10. San Antonio 47, 4-12 now, third quarter. Short pass, Howard, 3-man in zone, guess right. Complete on Mahomes' card, 12 yards. Up to the San Antonio 35, 3:36 now. Too tight with Sanders against a 4-3. Off tackle Sanders. Guessed wrong. They'll get just 3 yards. Wagner could not make the block. 2nd and 7. Sanders remains in the game. 8 carries left till the first fatigue level. Line buck to Sanders. Guessed right. The right guard also cannot make the block. The cast shows a 5. It's a white die roll of 6. Makes it 3rd and 5. Tough break. Short pass. 13 yards on Mahomes' card. Completes the key throw there on a 3rd and 5. Now into the red zone at San Antonio's 17. 1:48 left, third quarter. Too tight with Sanders. Up against the 4-3. Flat pass, Pascal. 1 man there, guessed right. Incomplete on Pascal's card. He's complete 7 through 12. The 6 roll shows up. 2nd and 10. Off tackle Sanders, guessed wrong. Blocking back, not there to help. 3rd and 11. So tough rolls here to start this series of downs for Houston, needing touchdowns. 2 plays to get 11 yards is the strategy here, with 54 seconds now left in the third quarter. Goes 3 wide with Howard. Short pass, Howard. 4-man guessed right. Complete on Mahomes' card. Mahomes' card, short pass right, has shown up on this drive. That's a first down for Houston, down to the 4-yard line with 18 seconds left, third quarter. Full house backfield. Gurley and Sanders. Gurley gets the ball. Guessed right, no gain. That'll take us to the end of the third. It's 24-3, San Antonio. 2nd and goal now from the 4. Full house versus 4-3. Linebucker guessed wrong. Gurley's going to get 3 yards, be 1 yard short of pay dirt. 2 plays now to get a yard for Houston. Had him guessed wrong. Couldn't get the roll. Off tackle, Gurley guessed right. Touchdown, 2-yard gain. On Gurley's card. Decent chance to get 2 yards. Cashes it in. Gostkowski on for the extra point. Critical one. It's good. 24-10 now. Houston trims that San Antonio lead. Forced return is just 18 yards. So San Antonio takes over at their own 19-yard line. 13:48 left. Fourth quarter. Dale says be right back. That'll give us a chance. Lift the box score. San Antonio holding about 100-yard edge. In yards per play, you see San Antonio 8.2 versus Houston's 4.7. Yards per play margin is not something San Antonio has been strong on this year. 17th in the league, actually underwater. Their opponents get a half yard more per play than San Antonio does on average, but not today, as long gains have come up here in the second half for Josh Allen and his crew, and Latavius Murray hit his 36-yard roll. Houston not really able to get much of a ground game working. Now, of course, down as they are, it's going to be more difficult unless that home run hitter Sanders can find his big gains. Mahomes struggling. 14 of 28. Good on that last drive, of course. But he didn't get the touchdown, so that doesn't help his rating, which is at 40.9. That first interception in the end zone back in the first quarter was, of course, a big consequence, because we'd be looking at a 24-17 game right now instead of 24-10. So that lingers out there. But you can't worry about that now if you're Houston. Time to get the ball back. Flat pass Brown. One man there. The defender is going to stuff Brown for a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Blocking back with Murray. Four three, no blitz for Houston. Haven't seen much blitzing today. Short pass, Metcalf. 3 men there, guess right. Complete for 13 yards. Josh Allen makes a big completion on his card. First down, San Antonio. After that first down loss, Houston sure had its hopes raised to try to get a 3 and out. Not to be. Instead, we have blocking back formation for San Antonio, 1st and 10. Murray remains in the backfield. 4-3 again for Houston. Keyed Murray, but not in that zone. Nonetheless, Marlon Davidson could make the play. Prevents a 9-yard gain. The 4 white die shows up. Call on that right defensive tackle. -1 or +9. It's -1. 2nd and 11. Another first down stop for Houston. And he's a 4. So by the hair of his chinny chin chin, makes the play. 3 wide with Moss in a pistol. And Gary Dale chooses the 3-3-5. Off tackle Moss. Guess wrong. The 1 white die shows up. Roll of 10. Gets 2 yards. So the white die cost San Antonio 2 yards. It would have been a 4-yard gain. Instead, 3rd down and 9 now. 11:24 left in the fourth quarter. Can Houston get the ball back? Down 2 scores with greater than 10 minutes left. Here's a chance to do it. 3 wide with Connor. Connor brings with him the 7 pass block. Might we see an end run to Allen here? Running at this zero linebacker? Or a short pass? Or what else? Where are we going to see? Let's see. Short pass. Cook is not double teamed. He's flushed. Short gain. Oh, my. Second high linebacker comes up as the sack check. Wasn't there. Incompletion on an interception split. Meant we move over to the flush. Goes the defensive card, roll of 7, and just like that, it's a huge third down conversion for San Antonio. Up to their own 44. 10:48 left. Short pass Metcalf. Incomplete on Metcalf's card. Guessed right. 7 roll. Right in between. Some completions. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Blocking back with Moss. Against the 4-3. Flat pass Hopkins. One man there guessed right. Short gain. Gets the 3 roll on Allen's card for 13. First down San Antonio. Now under 10 minutes left. From the Houston 43. It's a fresh set of downs for San Antonio. Blocking back formation with Murray. Off. Flat pass to Murray. Guessed right. Incomplete. Murray could not make the completion on his card on the 6 white die roll. So yards avoided there for Houston. 2nd and 10. Can't speak enough about the importance of these couple points via a field goal if they happen for San Antonio. Sort of take some chances here for Houston and keep him out of that range. Look in pass. Hopkins going to get just 2. So here we go. 3rd and 8. If Houston can get the stop here, sure, you're not happy with as much time that ran out, but you still have the ball back with more than half the quarter left. If he can pull off a stop here. Blocking back formation, a run posture for San Antonio with Murray in the backfield. Got a 6 up the middle, but you have both outside linebackers with 0 run. So everything's contained in here, but it's the outside that's a little bit threatening. Where Josh Allen could do some work. It's an off tackle to Murray. He's just going to get a yard guessed wrong. Would have been stopped with contain. So 4th and 7. That would have brought up an interesting 4th down decision, but this one is not so interesting. 4th and 7, it's going to be a punt. Here's the coffin corner. It goes exactly 40 yards. Boy, we've seen that a lot lately. Right to the goal line. That means a touchback for Houston. 8:06 left, down 14 points. Here come the Houston Texans. 80 yards to get within 1 score of San Antonio. They go too tight, forcing that base defense 4-3. Short pass Howard. 3 men are there. Complete on Mahomes' card again. Avoids a 32% sack chance from Sue. 80 is the roll. 1st and 10 Houston now. We are halfway through the 4th quarter. At their own 31. Sanders, within striking distance, 69 yards out. He's in the backfield. Long pass Pascal. Nobody's back there. He's up against a 4, I believe. Oh, the 7 roll shows up on the 5 white die. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Too tight again with Sanders. Linebuck Sanders. Doesn't go off tackle. Gets a yard, 3rd and 9. Certainly 2-down territory here for Houston. Well, I should say most likely. Kind of depends on what happens on this play, but in most scenarios, 3 wide and fullback in the shotgun formation with O.J. Howard. A non-blitzing 3-3-5 for San Antonio. See Sanders there, 12 carries, 41 yards. Has not been able to shake loose. Houston getting the play call in here on this big 3rd down. Long pass, Pascal. Nobody back there again. Opportunity for Houston. Long gain, 48 yards. Huge play. Brings them up to the San Antonio 20 with 6 minutes left. So San Antonio left. No men back there. Double teamed. Turned out, did not double team correctly, which left 0 men. But it didn't matter as the long gain occurred on Mahomes 8. Oh, Jamal Dean makes a play on another long pass, 0 men. He's a 5, white die roll of 4. 2nd and 10. Yeah, it is nice to be in the 20-yard line. You do get a little bit more accommodation on a deep ball. Too tight with Sanders on the 2nd and 10. 5:42 left. Flat pass Sanders. 1 man there. 6 yards. 3rd and 4. Too tight again with Sanders. Short pass, Kelsey, 3 men in zone, guessed right. 13 yards. That put him down to the 1-yard line. Mahomes' card has been in use with frequency these last couple drives. And that's meant points for the Chiefs. For the Texans. They have some Kansas City roots, right? Off tackle, Gurley, 2 yards, touchdown. 24-16. We'll get a 1-point try here, I'm sure. Cut it to 7. Gostkowski is on. His extra point is no good. It's blocked. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh, a lot of missed extra points lately. And there's one at the wrong time for Houston. Houston kicks away with 4:12 left, now down 8 points. So obviously not a death blow, but makes it that much harder. And here comes that heralded run offense of San Antonio. Is he going to change it up a bit here? Or stick to the ground with 4:12 left? There's no easy answer. Go either way. He goes past, looking past Murray. He just gets 3 yards. Guessed wrong. It's complete. Second down 3. 3:36. Second down 7. 3:36 left. From their own 28. Murray stays in the game as in the halfback role in the blocking back formation with Sherman in front of him. 4-3 from Houston. Flat pass. Metcalf. 2 men are there. Guessed right. Goes to Allen's card. Gets 5 yards. Nice call by the defense. Gets stymied by the dice. 3rd down and 2. Clock runs down to 3 minutes. Both sides have all their timeouts as usual. Formation decision here for San Antonio. He's taking his time with it. What to do, what to do. It's a pro set with Murray and Sherman, which opens up the possibility of Sherman getting the ball. And he can get 2 yards guessed wrong. Maybe just kind of key prevention. Certainly can't do much guessed right. Houston third in the league in keys called with 66. So not afraid to key. Maybe that's what the pro set formation was all about here. Play call coming in from San Antonio. So yes, 66 keys for Houston this year. To give you an idea, the range was 1 for Cincinnati all the way up to 98 for Michigan. Looking pass, Murray incomplete, 2 men there. Nice call. And it's a 4th down with 2:42 left. Houston has a chance. Dixon on the punt. To the 17. 9-yard return. Fearless punt returner gets 9 up to the 26. No fair catches on that card. Love it. So would Bill Parcells. So 224 for Mahomes to look for 8 points. 74 yards out. Sanders can get you every one of those yards. Too tight. Doesn't Dale know it? Interesting play call here for both sides. You have to guess pass, don't you? I mean, it's a, and just hope that 11 doesn't show. Short pass, guessed right. 3 men in zone, 11 yards. Back to Mahomes' card. First down. Too tight against the 4-3. All the rules are different all everywhere. I'm pretty sure that San Antonio could call a nickel if they wanted to. Short pass. Incomplete. Jamal Dean makes a play. And it's 2nd and 10. We hit the warning. 24-16 San Antonio. Houston with the ball at their own 37. All their timeouts left on both sides. It's important to note. Off tackle, Sanders trying for the home run. Gets the short gain on 3, 14 yards. So the opposite end of the 3-11 spectrum shows up, and it's a short gain. 74 yards on 11. Short gain on 3. Houston will take it into San Antonio territory to the 49-yard line. And Houston quickly burns a timeout. 1:52 left. Too tight again with Sanders. 4-3. Short pass, Kelsey. 3 men in zone. Guessed right, incomplete. Sniper scope comes up. No blitz is on. Kelsey cannot make the reception on his reliable short pass right column. 10 roll. 2nd and 10 now from the 49. 1:45 left. Short pass, O.J. Howard. 3 men in zone. Incomplete again. On the defensive card of San Antonio, 4 men in zone. Thought it was 3. Guess he stepped him up. I thought that might have been a double team. Instead, it was not. So 4 men in zone, and it's a 3rd and 10 after that incompletion. 1:37 left. stalled on these last couple plays at the San Antonio 49. Houston needs to put 2 plays together to get 10 yards, or 2 chances on Mahomes' short pass card, one or the other. Short pass Williams, not double team, 3-man in zone, guessed right. Incomplete on Mahomes' card, the 3 roll. 4th and 10. Do or die now for Houston. Got Mahomes' card, just could not find the completion. Formation decision coming in from the Houston sideline. I guess we're going to see Kelsey on the field, so it's a question of what kind of 3 wide do you want. You know, Gary's been taking note of no men back there on the long pass. Might be talking himself out of that right now and saying, oh, no, I got Mahomes' card here on short pass. Let's stick with it. It is 3 wide and Gurley's in the backfield. Gurley brings 4 pass block. I don't think we have an asterisk to concern ourselves with. We don't. No blitz coming from the safety. So might try to sneak him out there, knowing he's not going to get double teamed for a short pass, possibly. Done that once before this game. Here we go. 4th and 10. Short passes to Kelsey. He's not doubled up. Incomplete. Back to Mahomes' card. 3 last time, 11 this time. And San Antonio takes over with 1:22 left. Up 24-16. 2 timeouts for Houston. So I don't believe the clock will run all the way. Don't have my chart next to me. Pro set with Booker. I assume he has min fumbles. I don't know. Off tackle the Booker. Guessed right. He does have min fumbles. He loses 2 yards. It's 2nd and 12. Timeout, of course, from Houston. 1:15 now left to play. Pro set. Against the 4-3. Let's see a short yardage defense here, perhaps. Line buck to Booker. He's going to get 10 yards. So 3rd and 2. 5 white die. Ben Jones is a 5. So that meant 10 yards instead of 2 and sets this 3rd and 2 up with the ball game on the line here. Any last gasp hope before kneel downs is on this play for Houston. Showed 2 linebackers in the flat pass zone last play, trying to deter the flat pass here. So you might see him go all out on the run. Flat pass, yeah. It's no man there. Hopkins makes the catch, and that will seal it for San Antonio. So, Dale not deterred by 2 linebackers in the zone in the previous play. Throws flat anyway, gets the first down. 22 seconds. We are kneel downs away. Yes, fumbles on kneel downs can happen. So it's worth watching here. Just going to be one of them. And here it is. No fumble. That is the ball game. San Antonio wins their 2nd game in the Frozen Tundra postseason. to advance. The final from Houston. San Antonio 24, Houston Texans 16. Let's take a look at the brackets. Let's get rid of this first. So, with San Antonio, the 10 seed, and they were the last seed in the play-in round as well. Winning 2 games now will face the New York Yanks. Los Angeles won yesterday. They'll face Seattle. Let's take a look, pull up the league manager. Well, that's the college league manager. Did I pull up college? No, I didn't. Okay. And let's go to the regular season and take a look at these matchups. All right, New York did face San Antonio. Remember that one, and it was a close one. Same was true with the Los Angeles game, by the way. 28-25. San Antonio, look at that, 472 to 325 in total yards. Nonetheless, New York had a lead of 28-17 in the fourth quarter. How'd that happen? Well, Allen threw a pick. Carr did not. Although, and then the one fumble for San Antonio, one for New York as well. Postard apparently did some damage. Yeah, 12 for 132. We got the 3-0 lead. And New York led the rest of the way. So maybe the yards have more to do with the position, the scoring, and the game flow. Hard to say. See, in yards per play, it was New York had the edge 6.6 to 6.5. Take a look now. Seattle played the Rams. They did. Won 24-11. Los Angeles, more yards. But again, the victor had more yards per play. 4.0 to 3.7. And Seattle led the whole way. Two interceptions for Wilson, 3 for Ryan, and a fumble. Looking at Cincinnati, and their matchup with Portland. They faced in week 1. They faced each other then, and Cincinnati came with a 16-13 win. Portland led the whole way. And then Cincinnati comes back, fourth quarter, 6:36, scores to tie it up, and Bucker wins it at the gun. And you see Cincinnati with a nice advantage in yards and yards per play. Rodgers threw 2 interceptions. He didn't throw many all year. Did he throw 4 all year? Was it 6, 4? Something like that. Very low. But 2 of them showed up here. Chubb held in check, long of 8. Kamara long of 15. Meanwhile, Aaron Jones and Dobbins both bested their longs with this all-star crew. Rodgers, Chubb, and Kamara. And then Philadelphia facing Oklahoma. Did they face each other? They did. I'm having trouble locating it with my eyes. I don't think they did. So it'll be the first time for these 2 teams to meet this season. Should be an excellent quarterfinal round. Again, San Antonio at New York. Los Angeles Rams at Seattle. Portland at Cincinnati. And finally, Oklahoma at Duke's Philadelphia. So that'll be it from Houston. Thanks for watching, everyone. Again, San Antonio wins 24-16. Congratulations to Dale. And Dale, I'll see you next week. Have a good night, everybody.